1967, a mother of three was brutally murdered in her own home. A knife plunged into her back, and her children discovered the horror. Her killer never found. More than 5 decades later, the case remains ice cold. Who killed Leota Camp and why? Des Moines, Iowa, July 10, 1967. A seemingly ordinary day shattered by an unspeakable crime. Leota Camp, a 25-year-old mother, was found slain in her bedroom. Her murder, as shocking as it was brutal, left a family broken and a community haunted. Despite a police sketch, hundreds of leads, and a lingering suspect, justice never came. But could we be closer to the truth today? That morning, Leota's husband, Ray, left for work as usual, kissing her goodbye. Their 2 young children, Kevin and Brenda, played outside as their mother watched over them, hanging laundry in the backyard. By noon, the children went inside for lunch, but something was terribly wrong. 3-month-old Christine lay on a blanket, feeding from her bottle, but Leota was missing. Moments later, Kevin and Brenda made a gruesome discovery. Leota lay face down on the bed, a knife protruding from her back, blood soaking the sheets. Panicked, Kevin pulled the knife from her body, and the children ran outside, screaming, "Mommy's bleeding." Neighbors rushed in, only to witness the horror firsthand. Leota had been bound, neckties wrapped around her wrists, ankles, and throat. Another tie was stuffed into her mouth as a gag. Despite emergency responders' efforts, she was pronounced dead on arrival at Broadlawn's Polk County Hospital. The medical examiner, Dr. Leo Luca, determined that Leota had been stabbed 4 times, each wound piercing her lungs. There were no signs of sexual assault or robbery, but who would commit such a brutal crime? Witnesses recalled a suspicious man seen near the camp home that morning, a well-tanned, stocky man in his 20s with curly brown hair, wearing a plaid shirt and dark trousers. He had been seen driving a black Ford Mustang and was spotted entering the camp house shortly before noon. A police sketch was quickly created, and within 4 days, over 500 tips flooded in, but none led to an arrest. Adding to the mystery, weeks before her death, Leota received an eerie phone call from a stranger asking, "Where have you been?" When she replied that she had been feeding the baby, the man responded with an obscene remark before hanging up. The camp's number was unlisted. Was this the wrong number? Or was it something far more sinister? Years later, a chilling theory emerged. A neighbor, Carol Weatherich, believed she was the actual target. That same day, she had left to buy a car, leaving her children with a babysitter. When she returned home, she was met with the tragic news. But she couldn't shake the feeling that the killer had mistaken Leota for her. Fearful for her life, she immediately adopted a German Shepherd for protection. Could this have been a hit gone horribly wrong? Then, another possibility surfaced, a connection to serial killer James Mike Mitchell DeBardeleben, known for his violent crimes. A researcher studying DeBardeleben noticed the police sketch bore a striking resemblance to the killer. Was this just a coincidence? Or had authorities overlooked a key suspect? Why did the killer target Leota? How did he escape without drawing attention? Could the mysterious phone call be linked to the crime? And most importantly, how did this case go unsolved despite so many leads? Leota's husband, Ray Camp, never gave up hope for justice, even after remarrying. But in 2024, he passed away, never knowing the truth. His children, now grown, still carry the weight of that tragic day. More than 50 years have passed, but the mystery remains. Could a new look at the evidence finally unmask the killer? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Was it a mistaken identity hit, a random attack, or did a notorious serial killer claim yet another victim? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more mysteries. The truth is out there. We just have to find it.